down off the chair, and I turned around. She sort of jumped on me. She hugged me around the waist. She reached up and kissed me on the face. She said she'd never kissed a grown man before, and she might as well kiss me. She says for me to kiss her back. And I said, Miss Mayella, let me out of here. And I tried to run.
100 for 100, the podcast where I take 100 movies that I think every person that's new to watching movies should check out. I rank them from 100 to 1 because it's cold outside. And I accompany each one with a 100-word review and a podcast. That is this podcast you're listening to right now. That's how it gets the name 100 for 100. Yesterday was number 30. We have now entered into our last month of doing this show. It's 29. We're in the high 20s now. And number 29 is To Kill a Mockingbird. 1962, directed by Robert Mulligan. Let's get into this 100-word review for To Kill a Mockingbird. One of the rare instances wherein the film might be better than the book it's adapted from, To Kill a Mockingbird is a timeless classic. Director Robert Mulligan expertly balances the social aspects of the film and the story of Scout's relationship with Boo Radley and Atticus without letting one or the other domineer. As Atticus Finch, Gregory Peck's performance of the morally righteous lawyer endeared the character to audiences and cemented his place as one of Hollywood's best actors. The trial of Tom Robinson still ranks high as one of the best court sequences put to film. That is 1,000% correct. I cannot think of a better court sequence than this whole, what is this, second act? This entire second act court sequence is amazing and fucking riveting. And it's not really a whole lot of the yelling and the shouting you get in order to, keep the audience invested and interested. You can't handle the truth and all that kind of stuff. There's none of that because everything is, for the most part, just plainly stated out. And you're just sitting there watching Atticus just dismantle bit by bit the prosecution as a member or as the lawyer of the defense for Tom Robinson, and you see him dismantling and all the little tricks he's using and asking the girl's father to do this or to do that, or the way Robert Mulligan puts down the puzzle pieces or pulls back the veil to break down to the truth of what happened. It's amazing. It is amazing, man. I think this entire movie does not work if that second act court sequence does not work. Shout out to it. Shout out to it. And then you get this whole the relationship between Scout and Atticus is I can't think of a better father-daughter relationship on film. He treats his kids like kids, but also not just like kids. He gives them their space and their respect. He talks to them, not at them. I think that's what I love about Atticus so much. Just the distinguishedness of Gregory Peck and his performance in there. I think Atticus Finch is one of the greatest characters ever created. I really do. And then seeing, a young Bob Duvall as Boo Radley. I think this is Bob Duvall's first big role until, cut to, what was that, the War of the Worlds? Was it War of the Worlds where you just see him randomly swinging on a swing and that's the only time you see him in the movie? It's so very weird. Anyways, this movie is amazing. It is amazing. And then it's heartbreaking at the same time. You get that swell of joy, or at least you're supposed to get that swell of joy when you're like, all right, it looks like everything's going to work out fine. And Atticus has very openly broken down the prosecution so much that it's obvious that the girl's father did this. All right, so Tom Robinson is going to make off, scot-free in all this. But no, man, you're in the fucking South. So, of course, he's not going to get away with it. And they know he's innocent, but still, anytime you get to just harass the shit out of a black dude back in those days, they're going to take that opportunity. So, of course, they find him guilty. And of course, something's going to happen when they're transferring him. And that's when they got him and they picked him off and they killed him. Brock Peters as Tom Robinson. I think it is the best Brock Peters performance. And he goes all, you just see him just sweating during that trial because he knows his fucking life is on the line and there's not a thing he can do about it. His fate is in the hands of Atticus Finch. Atticus did the best job he could and it still just wasn't enough, right? If you've never checked out To Kill a Mockingbird, it's another black and white movie. Get over your fear of black and white films. They're not boring. There's some classics in there. This is one of them. Check out number 29 on our list, To Kill a Mockingbird.